Happy birthday.
You're a paper airplane and I'm a 747. Don't you ever think you're anything like me just because you can fly a little.
That's still one of my favorites. I love that when she says that. That's so cool.
I
For the
love that
troll,
actress too.
for those
She's
trolls
great.
that are out there, that's the word right there.
Yeah.
It says that I'm connected, but I can only do two. So there you go. We're the two that we have are the two that works.
Okay. That's
So-
good enough. So it's probably under your other email that the rest of them. And Terry T is in. Hello, Terry T.
Hey, Terry T.
Welcome. And Kenny D. Wow.
All righty.
They're popping in. Okay, let me get going here. So we were going to talk about portals today. What would you like to talk about portals today?
Hey, Keena, nice to see you in.
Okay.
I'm creating balance. Good to see you in as well. Well, I think that when you mentioned that you were interested in talking about portals today, the thing is, I think there's a lot of misconception about portals. Because again, portals are energy based as well as vortexes, and sometimes people think are vortexes portals or portals vortex. No, they are not. A vortex is it's an energy that is it's a spiral of energy, a natural spiral of energy that just spins around. Okay, it's created from the earth. It comes from a very a deep place in the earth, and there are very few vortexes in the world, but they exist. And that energy, if you are somebody who is an energy worker, an energy healer, a light worker, then you will feel those energies. If you are not, even if you're not, but yet you're still somebody who is conscious of things moving around you, you will feel that energy if you're in a vortex. But a vortex, again, is energy where if you are in a portal, or if you talk about portals, portals are a tear in the fabric of time and of space and of dimension. And so that's how I see them. And so when you talk about a portal is it's good for opening windows, doors. It's like a window or a door. It's an opening like a window or a door, again, tear in the fabric that allows you to see through, and even if you're somebody who can do astro projecting or astro traveling, you can use that to travel through those dimensions, through that portal to different dimensions. So again, a portal is like a door or a window or a gateway, but it's really a tear in fabric of time and dimension. And so it allows you to cross over and move between time and dimension, and also move in time that like if you are in our time and we have a 5-second delay. If I were to say something now and then pop over to a portal that has a different speed of life cycle, then you could actually live a lifetime and then come back and only have used 3 seconds of our time, because time is dimensionally connected, not interdimensionally connected. It's dimensionally connected. So when you are in this time and in this dimension, our time is at a different pace. And when you go through that portal, if that time is not synced with our time, then you can spend a lifetime and come back and have only been gone a minute. And that is the one thing. The portals themselves can blow you away because of the concept, and because it can be daunting to think that, and also because it tells us that maybe we are not alone. It tells us that maybe we aren't the only world, that we're not the only thinking, smart, intelligent energies or beings out there. So again, the portal allows you to transfer and cross over those times, those dimensions. But know that when you take that trip, that it can be daunting because nothing is consistent necessarily. Nothing, there's no rules that says what we see and do here is there. There's rules that, and that's why that's why our bodies really don't travel to those planes. That's why our energy does, because the body is a finite protocol, vehicle, whatever you want to say, for this world, but when you cross over, so many other dimensions don't require this physical form. And it's funny because we always look down and we always think, to be evolved, you have to be physical and human. Well, how silly is that? Usually I argue the opposite. I argue that if you have evolved, then you don't need this flawed vessel. This flawed vessel gets sick. This flawed vessel gets illnesses. This flawed vessel wears out over time. And when you get older, you face a lot of things because this flawed vessel, even though this energy is still as vibrant as it could be, but it's limited. The energy that exists in us is limited on expression based on this. So I kind of got off on there. I'm more beyond portals and into, but I wanted people to understand that when you talk about portals, and this is the thing about metaphysical, when you talk about metaphysical things, and as you all know, I talk about manifestation all the time, they are all interrelated. So many topics are interrelated. And so when you talk about one topic, it really opens, it's like an onion. As you peel it back, there's so many layers that help you to understand and make it clear of what that one topic is. But that topic doesn't stand alone. It's not in a vacuum. Nothing exists in a vacuum. And so when you talk about portals, you have to talk about, okay, what is a portal? How does it function? And what is it? Where does it take you? What does it do? And then that opens that conversation. It's like, well, you can't just say, hey, a portal is a tear fabric of time. Next. Because then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, I missed a
What do you
step.
mean by that? Yeah.
Exactly. And then a portal in time and where? And tearing the fabric of what? And what is on the other side of the fabric? Because we all know if you have a fabric on one side, it may be cold. The other side is warm if you're under a blanket, right? It's the same concept. What's on one side of the fabric is not necessarily on the other side of the fabric. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing. And again, it can get really deep, really, really deep. And I don't necessarily want to go there unless everybody, finds that more stimulating, because again, it will test you. It will test your theories of life. It'll test your theories it'll test your theories of our definitions of what it is to be happy, what it is to experience a lifetime. Because again, lifetime is specific to for our minds, specific to what we experience. But if you are an entity that doesn't die because it doesn't have a vessel that breaks down, and it is an energy that continues, its lifetime is different. It doesn't have the concept that we do, So it's a fascinating conversation, and if you have a chance, people should look that up. And what do you have with that, Julie? What's up?
Well, well, like I talked about last time, there's galactic portals, there's soul portals, and today I looked at celestial portals. Now, the celestial portals are in conjunction with our sun, which we call soul. There's so many other stars within the universe that it's connected to. I mean, Sirius in the summer for us is closest it's ever been, and so it is connected to our sun on that, and it's considered our soul sun, or the sun of our soul. So those portals are open then. But the celestial portals that I looked up were nothing what I know of, and I feel, like you said, it's energy, and I feel a lot of this energy. And I talked to one reader and author, and he was talking about he reads source energy, and there's so many different kinds of energy out there, but it all comes from one area. So if he's reading source and going directly to what a lot of people would call God, that's great. But it's what's coming to him directly, just one-on-one, and about the person they're reading, of course. But when it comes to, like you said, the energies, there's so many different kinds of energies. It's coming from so many different places. Even though it originates in one place, it's been through so many entities, so many celestial bodies before it gets to us. So, yeah, these portals are just, like you said, they're just undescribable, and there's a lot more than we think of, just like there's a lot more entities or people in the universe than we can ever imagine. And then we've been so closed off, and oh no, it can't be more than what it said in this book. It has to be this. And it's like, do you realize that other things were happening when this was being written? I mean, it's not just a narrow view. You've got to open your eyes. And who was it? Liz was reading Angie yesterday, and she was talking about a telescope, but it has a narrow view when it comes to your eyes,
Yes.
even though it branches out. So you have to open up your telescope in order to see. And one of the things that I was told this morning is that my third eye is actually a portal, a visual portal that you can see so many different things. So it's like, wow, that's another portal. And like I've seen a portal in your house above your head when I've read you one time. It was so bright and just very vivid. So in other words, even
But
though
that was
there there's specific portals, there's more portals than we know of. Just like
yes.
there's more things out there than we know of. So
Exactly.
that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to
So
say, Julie, that wasn't the portal above my head. That was a vacuum where my dreams have went to die.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Because it has turned into it's only the ones it's now an egress instead of an ingress. That has been moved. Nobody can come in on that one. Because there are a lot of them came in, as you know, a lot of entities were coming in.
Yes. I and my
But
gatekeeper and I have had conversations, and she's doing a great job. She's been doing a very good job.
yeah, and we
Talking
could
about,
get into gatekeepers. Go ahead.
if you don't mind, though, and I don't mean to cut you off,
Sure.
but talking about spirits coming in, um, there is Rudy. Rudy is here. Rudy, he's a bald man. He passed over, oh, geez, earlier this year. If anybody has a father, I get a father energy or uncle energy. Rudy being a man, R-U-D-I, I think is what I'm being shown. Anyway, Rudy is here. So if anybody has a father, or it could be uncle, but I'm saying it's father, and I'm feeling real heavy in the chest here with this person. So anyway, if somebody has lost somebody named Rudy, a father figure, bald man, earlier in the year, let me know, because he's here and he is being determined. I'm trying to make him chill, but he's a very strong-willed man. So
Oh,
anyway,
wow.
if that resonates with anybody, please let me know.
Okay. Let's see. We've got a lot of people on.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting because what it is. Oh, geez, I can't figure. There's like an interpreter going. So this is English is not their first language.
okay.
So whoever this is, English is not their first language. This is a Rudy who speaks a different language. And so it's interesting because I'm working with the words, and the words are kind of different. And I understand, but I don't understand, because they want me to know that, again, they speak a different language, and they were trying to make me understand that. So
This is from Victor. Feeling him, Don.
oh, good.
He
So
is
Victor's from you
insane
too,
at the moment. I don't know if you mean he is insane at the moment or he's insistent at the moment. I'm not sure.
or maybe I'm insane. I've been accused
No,
of
no, you're not. Oh,
that.
and I did want to make, we didn't say all the people who's been coming in, but we have a Kushbu Sony. So I assume, or he is indeed, oh, okay. I assume that this is Lilima's sister, younger sister. I
Hey, nice
think,
to have you in.
yeah. And she would be in India. So that's a different language. So I don't know if you know a Rudy. Also, we've got Ramona, Ramona L. Scenaria, Rachel McCants, Ward Vandal Plus, I think, Quinn Lovely, Shamanta Bura, D. La Riviera, I think. I hope I'm not butchering any names. Kenny D is asking, where's Shauna? Shauna hopefully will be tomorrow.
Shauna's on Thursdays.
Yes, this is Wednesday. And Terry T, I did mention Terry T was in. And we've got Liz Keena, and you mentioned Keena. So anybody resonate with a Rudy? Hold on a minute. Here you go. Not a Rudy. My uncle passed away years back. He was bald when he passed, but his name starts with a P,
No,
according to Kushbu.
this is a Rudy.
Okay,
This is
just
a Rudy.
checking.
If
And hello, Joyce. Joyce Key.
yeah, I will mention it a little later on. If Rudy stays here, I'm going to let him stick around because he has a strong image. But yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Rudy is here. So if it triggers with somebody who owns it, let me know.
I know
Being
that happens to
European,
you quite often.
yeah.
Is there
This guy's
anyone in? Hmm?
This
What?
guy's European. He's Rudy is
Oh,
European, so
oh, okay,
he's not from India. No, he's European. So
okay. Um, does anyone here draw you in
um,
besides the person who is attached to Rudy, of course? But
let me look. I'm getting through the list real quick here of the people that popped in. I'm being drawn to, there's a, this name is fascinating to me. So Ward Vanderplas.
okay, yes,
What?
Ward's been on every once in a while.
Okay.
So hello, Ward. Okay,
Hey, Ward, are you still here? I'm drawn to your name. Your name just kind of flashed at me. Emily's like, take Ward.
okay. Hmm. Okay. So let's see. We're doing well, Angela. Welcome in. I do have you on the list too. We actually have 28 people on the list, so we'll get to as many as we can. Ward,
Hey,
are you
nice to
still
see you.
here?
I think Ward's not here. So
Okay. He is Macedonian, but first name started with a P. All these P's start first names. Yes, and
so
Macedonian would be most likely be considered European. So, oh well, we'll keep doing it. Okay. Yeah,
I'll let
Nina,
you. I'll
you've
let
been on the list already.
maybe you'll be more
Um,
successful.
hmm?
I said maybe you'll be more successful. I'll let you choose the next one.
Okay. Let's see. I'm actually kind of spinning the wheel. Um, Shamanta, we didn't get to you yesterday, I don't think. We might have. No, I don't think so. We did read you, Diana, so you are not at the top of the list, just so you know. Okay, career and
Diana,
finance reading. Diana Hool is in, but
Diana, so nice to see you. You're definitely here all the time. Nice to see you.
mhm, yeah.
Shamantha.
So
Shamanta, is that how you say it? Shamanta? Are we saying it right?
Shamanta Baru.
Baru.
Barua, I think.
Barua.
But
Barua.
yeah, she hasn't. I mean, she's been in a few times for us. I do say the name, so she hasn't corrected me on it yet.
Is Shamanta a male or a female?
I don't know. I would assume it's a female, but I don't know. You'll have to tell us, Shamanta. I know you've been in before. The picture shows male, but. And we have Leanne Garcia. Shamanta, are you still here? Don't tell me we're 2 for 2.
Alrighty then. Well, just keep going here. What's the story?
All
Hey,
right.
folks, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons, please. Again, like,
Your turn.
subscribe, and follow. And if you're on my side of the ledger on YouTube, please pop over and make sure you subscribe with Julie's Love Riot Warriors side. And if you're on her side, I invite you to come over to my side and do the same. Mine is Sonoran Mystic Tarot on YouTube. And it's pretty much Sonoran Mystic Tarot across the board. So there you go. Easy to find. Sonoran as in the desert in which we live. And then Mystic as in, ooh, baby, ooh. And then and tarot is in the card. So there you go.
Now you get me singing songs when you do that. Anyway.
How about Lena Garcia? Well, I mean, Leanne.
Okay.
Leanne Garcia. Leanne, are you still here?
Come to the dark side of dawn. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, I do want to get to you, Kuchbu. So you would be next as my pick next. So Leanne Garcia. What do we got for Leanne?
She is here. Okay, good. Leanne, the one thing I'm getting is the energy that I'm picking up before I even pull a card is an energy of let this year pass. Okay. Don't hold on to because I'm getting the energy that there was that you've had some experience this year that you'd like to forget, and you should. And I'm feeling like the year in front of you is will be far better than the year that is closing. So celebrate this year, the closing of this year. Celebrate the closing of this year as a means of bringing closure to times that have gone by that are no longer, things you don't have to go through anymore, and then be open and happy with what's coming toward you. Because again, I think this year in front of you, I'm getting so much more positive energy than the year that's closing. And look at this, there's a 3 of Wands. So it's like, it's time for you to get moving yourself. It's time for you again to get working, to let go and move on from this. Okay. Because this is what's in front of you. Look at this, the 10 of Cups. And so again, as I told you, this get working, get moving now to celebrate and enjoy, to put the past behind you, because this is what's in front of you. And you don't want to live in the past. And again, this is a new start. See that new? That's the ace. So I'm not surprised. Again, this is a new energy, a new time, a new cycle. You need to wake up every morning, and I've told Susan and Julie this before as well, and other people, is that you should wake up every morning and give and be grateful. Speak that you are grateful for 3 things. Find 3 things in your life that you're grateful for before you do anything. Before you, chill out. Sorry. Rudy just being silly over here. He just pissed me off. Anyway, he's determined. Anyway, so anyways, I'm totally like, dang, okay. Sorry, I really got
you're grateful for.
Yes, that I've never had a spirit be so obnoxious before. So it's like, okay, Rudy, I don't know. It's bad manners, that's for sure. But so wow. Anyway, so yeah, be great. Every day, speak 3 things you're grateful for, and make sure that you let the universe know, because gratitude and thankfulness are so important when you're talking to the universe, because if you're looking for the universe to deliver to you, then it's time for you to make sure that you always respond in kind to them, even if it's the small things. The small things can add up to one major thing. So if you find grace in your life, if you find 3 things in which you can be grateful for, then that's the way you start your day of giving grace. Then, man, can you imagine what the day can do? The day
Yes.
can open up to, what your mind can open up to, because your mind opens up, and your mind starts in a very open way of gratitude. And if you are in a mindset of gratitude, then the day will be seen through your eyes in a very much more positive way. So even the little things won't bother you so much, because again, you're saying thankfully, thank goodness I'm still alive. Thank goodness
Mm-hmm.
I have my health. Thank goodness I have the ability to speak. There's 3 right there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can, there's so many things that you can be grateful for, and you don't have to be grateful for the same things every day. Find 3 different things. And if you can't find three things in your life to be grateful for, then you're not looking. Then you're not looking, because
Right.
even in your worst, darkest despair, there are 3 things to be grateful for. So that's what I'm asking you to do, Leanne. I'm asking everybody to do that. I'm asking everybody
Yes.
to start with that. But you specifically, Leanne, start that as you work through the end of this cycle, and your year in front of you is just so much better than this one. So know that it's coming. Okay, what you got, Julie?
For Leanne, I have a headache. It is right on top, right on your crown chakra, and it goes down to the back, which usually means past life problems are still needing to be cleansed. And it's causing third eye problems and also with your own eyes. So you've got a lot of sinus headache as well. And I'm having to push these words out. So it's the information is not coming in from the universe that you need, because it's stopping right at the crown and in between. Whatever's filtering down to your third eye, it has been stopped completely. So nothing is getting in. But what's good is your heart chakra is cleansed. It's very good, and that should be because of the rescue animals you're talking about. And the lower chakras are nice and clean and active. However, you do need to strengthen your unconditional love for yourself, because even though you're okay, it's starting to build, but even though you're cleansed, there's not a lot of warmth coming out of your heart chakra. It's not a bad thing. It's just something you need to work on, and that's unconditional love. And as you can hear, it's a struggle to talk. So that means you're not speaking with your heart. And I'm talking about to humans or other entities other than the animals. The animals love you and it's all good there. But you're not speaking your truth. You're not speaking your needs and your authenticity. So work on that too, Leanne. And most of all of this blockage from your throat chakra up has to do with other people, that they're putting their burdens on you. They might have said, it's almost like they're not really talking to you. They're not, because I'm not feeling any weight on my shoulders. So what I'm trying to say is they're not putting their burdens on you. It's just their energy. That's what I'm hearing. Their energy is negative, and you need to give back that energy to them. I actually have something for that, because all of those of you who are paired with me, that means you're on Don's platforms, do not see these things. So I'm going to pull this one up. I have to get rid of this so you can see it all. This is the Spellbreaker prayer. I revoke access to all entities and their strings that cause harm to me. I rebuke all energies that keep me from my blessings. May my guides remove any spells cast against me. block any ill intentions coming for me, and protect me fiercely. No spell shall prosper against me. I recall my energy. I reclaim my power. None of their fear, projections, or energy can live within me. Their prayers against me fall on deaf ears. May the divine hold and protect me. Remove all ill will that is shackled to my spirit and set me free. As I will, so mote it be. You can end that however you want. Blessed be, whatever works for you. But these do help. And I use them every day because it helps me, along with the affirmation I put up earlier that Don created and that I added to, because it is about appreciation and gratefulness. So definitely work on that, as I put up earlier for you, Leanne. But keep working on yourself, cleansing and activation of your throat, third eye, and crown chakras. It'll help you. Be true to yourself. Trust in you, because you are divine. You are a magnificent person. So enjoy. And I'm doing my best to let it go quickly. And I know you are thankful for Emily, and I'm thankful for my gatekeeper too, because I used to get all this energy in and it would stay for a while. But now, as of yesterday, it's starting, well, a couple of days ago, it's starting to leave a lot quicker. So it's very helpful that it does that. I know you might not be feeling this, Leanne, but if you continue being around these energy vampires, then it can create more problems for you. So be careful in that. All right. Thank you. Okay. And I want to go to Kushbu next. Okay. Gotta let it go. Hi, Kushbu.
Did she leave?
Go ahead. I think she's here.
Did you? Are you still here? What's the name again? Kushbu. Kushbu. Did we say it right? Are you still here?
I don't know. Lalima came on, so I don't know if they're using the same. Because I think they're sisters, but I didn't think it was. Yeah, there she is.
All right, super.
Kushbu.
Kushbu, decisions. I am being shown, like, again, a pendulum. There's like a swinging pendulum, and in this regard, it's you're indecisive. You're very indecisive, and there's decisions to be made, and this is not a time for indecisiveness. Okay, so I need you right at this point. I need you to put on a very logical brain, a hat. Make sure that hat is the logical brain, and I need you to remove family, from your mind and your thinking. I need you to remove family, because family has a very strong hold on you. They very much, I won't say control or manipulate, but they can dissuade or persuade you very, very, very well. And so, and their draw, their pull, their determination, their will, often gets implanted upon you. And so I need you to step back, take off the family hat, and put on the hat that's all logic. And I need you to look at these choices. There's like 2 or 3 choices in front of you. And if they're not, they're going to be very soon. And when they come to you, you need to look at them from a very logical, reasonable point of view and say, okay, how am I to take these on? First and foremost, is it the position you want? Is it the employment that will lead you to where it is you think your path will take you? 2, is it going to give you the resources you need to be independent? Because I think there's an issue of independence and dependence. And so you want to make sure that it gives you that possibility for independence. And three, will it fulfill you? Will it give you a sense of pride that you're doing that job? If these three things fail, any of the three things fail, then you have a problem. If all three things fail, then you know your answer. If one of the two fails, then okay, you recalibrate and figure out how that can be overcome by working there and working to make that not be a problem. Such as if it's economics, okay, so maybe it's definitely on your path and it does make you feel very proud to do it, but the economics aren't quite there. Well, then it's working toward getting in and to getting in there and then getting promoted or something. But I do see you in a situation where choices are there. But the problem is, again, you don't live in a vacuum. None of us do. And your family has a lot of sway over you, and you need to put them out of the picture. Whether they're happy, if it's a move, if one of the choices is going to require a move, and that move is going to bring you the independence, and the family doesn't want that, you got to divorce yourself from their wants and needs versus your wants and needs, because sometimes they do not align. And when they do not align, you have got to go with yours. Okay. So most important thing that I would suggest to you is consider that as a jumping off point. The choices are there. The options are there. You have the logic. You know what you should do. Then follow the logic, follow the reason, and leave the family and emotions out of the equation, and you will come to the right decision.
Wow. It's great. And I've got that you need to trust you. You're talking logical mind. It's just your intuition is a lot stronger and it is improving daily. So keep working on that, and trust yourself, because you will make the right decision. Oh, and now your heart chakra is getting involved. Just a second. You do need to strengthen. Ooh, which one's that?
That's the magician.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Think about it. For what
Oh,
we're talking, and it flew
yeah.
out. I'm thinking confirmation.
Kushbu, that's for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on you. You have to make it happen. This is the chemist. You make it happen. If you want the alchemy to happen, it's inside you, no one else. So again, you. Go ahead, sorry, Julie. I said to
Wow,
point it
no,
out.
that's great, because the her solar plexus lit up, and it's also warming her heart chakra. Your heart chakra, you need to work on it more. And when you believe and trust in yourself, you also have to have unconditional love for yourself. And I know you have a love for your family, for a lot of things, but you are most important. And in order to trust yourself, you do have to have more unconditional love for yourself, because that's the way you trust and believe in you. And so I know, I feel it. It's really good. Wow. And it's building on a daily basis. Keep working on you. Wow. The fire is going up, and it's a good fire. It's not a bad fire. I'm just saying. So it's cleansing as it going up, trying to work on my self-love. Yeah. Okay. And it's going, it's in your thymus chakra, which is all about divine love, divine unconditional love. And it's going up and up. So thank you for coming in, because it helped my head clear up. And if some of you do get, thank you, Don. If you guys get headaches and you're wondering where they come from, there's 3 words that help me remove my headaches. And that is, I am love. And I can keep saying that in my head, and that headache goes away. Because there's no room for pain, fear, and anger when there's love. So just so you know. And I had to say that a few times before you came on, Khushbu. And believe Just believe and say that affirmation every morning. Maybe say it. Say it after you write your three things that you're grateful for. Do it after that. Right, Don? Are you doing that now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A to the Menses. A to the Menses.
Okay. And welcome in, Kushbu. We hope to see you later. And please go to Don's platforms, his Facebook and his YouTube, and subscribe to him so you get notifications when he's on, because he's a great. Uh, he's great too, and he also does it with Angie. That's readings with Angie. A5 Says, and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot, also known as Shauna. Okay.
Hey,
Three things I'm getting. Okay.
before we go any further, I wanted to give a shout out to two people who aren't even listening. I guarantee they're not listening. But I just wanted to give a shout out because you know what? One of them is part of my childhood, and that's Johnny Whitaker. Johnny Whitaker was in an old show way back when, and it was the father, the Sebastian Cole, I think his name was the butler, and then Brian Keith was the father, and then the three kids. I forget the name of the show, but
It's not
which one was
Father's
it?
Knows Best. No, I was thinking Fathers Know Best, but that's all
I
right.
know it had the three jewels, the diamonds around it, like sparkled in the middle, and I can't remember what it was, but it was such a wonderful show. Anyway, and he had a twin in the show, and the twin committed suicide very early in life. But this guy just turned 64 today, Johnny Whitaker, and again, he was one of these people who, after that show, he didn't do much. He just kind of faded away. But happy birthday to him, and happy birthday to a woman who is changing everything that we believe. And I know that I'm not a big fan of all the music and that kind of stuff, but this woman has rewritten the history books when it comes to concert sales, when it comes to record sales, when it comes to movie sales, and not only that, but she is out there inspiring people to get out and to register to vote. And she's taking a lot of backlash from a certain group of people in our country who don't want us to vote, and that's Taylor Swift. Happy birthday, Taylor Swift. She reminds women on a daily basis that you all had to fight so hard to get to even be close to equal, and we don't want to go backwards. And I love the fact that she's out there every day reminding your daughters. She's reminding my grandmother, my mother, my sisters, my nieces, and their daughters that
my granddaughters
that you count, that you are equal. And so to me, Taylor Swift is far more than just an act, far more than just an entertainer. She is somebody who is constantly reminding us all. Family Affair, yes, that's the one. Family Affair for Johnny Whitaker. Anyway, but yeah, so happy birthday to Taylor Swift. And I didn't even go off and be I'm not a big fanboy over her, but at the same time, I am very much a fanboy over what her message is and how she portrays women. And she reminds everybody that over one half of this world is women. Over the one half of the world's population is women. So you know, we gotta do better. We gotta continue to do better.
Yes.
So that's my message for the day. Sorry, but I wanted to give both of them their birthday props, you know, and explain why each, because both of them I think are very important. And actually, Taylor Swift just got acknowledges person's time of the year. She's on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah. So somebody else must think quite a bit what I'm thinking in myself.
Yeah. And Leanne's asking, and Leanne Garcia is asking us, what do you each offer as services? Private readings and
everything legal, of course. I don't sell it on the corner.
I like that.
I don't sell it on the corner. Nobody would buy it on the corner. So there you go. I don't do that. And I don't do Susan's Quickies. For those of you who watched yesterday, you know what I mean.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay.
And in class last night, it was one of those two. It was one of those. I just had to laugh. Anyway, no. Susan. Sorry, Julie and I. This is Julie. This is me. Anyway,
Yeah.
Julie and I. We do private readings and we do group readings as well. If you've ever done an event, if you're putting on an event, you're welcome to hire us for 2 or 3 hours for one set fee, and we read for whoever shows up, whoever you want to, as long as they are within that 3-hour limit or 2-hour limit. And we tell you what that price is. Our private readings we charge for those. This stuff we don't. Everybody in our group that we work with and that we're all connected to, none of us charge for these live readings, but we do charge for private readings. And and right now, because of the holidays, we're also selling gift certificates. And Julia, I owe you a picture, I know, and I will get it to you. I am so sorry. It just clicked in my head. So anyway, so if you have family and friends that you would love to give them a gift and they're difficult to buy for, you may want to give them a gift of a reading, and a reading that can help them maybe crack the code for how they move forward, or how they look for a new job, or how they make changes or whatever. Because again, that's one thing about the readings. The readings can give you not just an idea of where you are, but it can help you sometimes find out maybe direction, or it can give you some insight on things about yourself that then you can use to help make decisions to move forward and things like that. Right. So that's what we do. So, and if you want to reach out and get more information, down here, Julie has put our email addresses, so you can reach out to each of us individually if you wish, and I can give you more advice and more information, as well as Julie can. Also, I do sell smudging kits. I have an Etsy store. It's what's the name? Sonoran Mystic Tarot. I tell you, I'm everywhere. Sonoran Mystic Tarot.
I know, and I'm sorry, I meant to ask you to send me the link so I can make a QR code. So if you wanted to do that, I can do the QR code for you.
Oh, not a problem. But the thing is if you look for Sonoran Mystic Tarot, you'll find me wherever. And if you go to the Etsy shop, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, you can buy also my logo. My logo is there. This is one of the stickers I have for my logo, and actually, it's also on my phone. It's on my screensaver. So
you need to remove your mirror.
Move the mirror?
On your settings to remove the mirror effect.
Oh, we do the other thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And so there on the Etsy store, you can buy my logoed shirts, my cups, my whatever. Julie and Susan, I keep saying Susan too. Julie and Susan have the same thing on their sites. You can buy, like Julie, right behind her is her logo, and you can buy that material, or you can also buy her t-shirts, all with that logo. And she had an amazing logo artist to do that for her. And
yes, I did.
Did a great job.
He did a fantastic job, and it is Don. And I'm going to pull up a t-shirt just for the fun of it. There's the t-shirt.
Yes, and with these t-shirts, folks, you can do different colors. If you don't want pink, you can choose them, because when this takes you, what you do is you open your camera up, you click on that, and it takes you. And when you click on that and it takes you there, you can choose the different colors you want. You don't have to choose pink if you're not a pink person. If you're a person who wants a different color, you can get to those colors as well. So and you can still get them ordered in time for Christmas. Hint, hint, hint.
Yes, and I've got to pull up my favorite, and this is the travel cup. I love that cup. And unfortunately, the cup, you cannot change the pink background. That's the only one you can't. But on the other ones, you can. Exactly. So those are fun. And the other thing, since we're mentioning that, and we're doing our commercials right now, is we have started, or Don has incorporated, or LLC does, under the name of Sonoran Spiritual and Wellness Market.
LLC?
So basically what I'm telling you is, if you wanted a psychic fair, a market, anything like that produced, get a hold of us. Get a hold of Don right now. And we'll be glad to work with you to get that taken care of. We've got some in the works already.
And if we're not in your area, we can work with you as a contractor, giving you guidance and directing you to the process and giving you we can put together a package for you that does a step-by-step process on how you would do it in your local area to create your own psychic fairs and so forth. Because folks, if you are somebody who has some curiosity into the metaphysical, or somebody who's new to the metaphysical and you want to create a business and get a business going in the metaphysical, you often don't, we are the one community, we're one of the few communities that do not have resources that teach this and to help this. And so that's the one thing that the JSS community has done, is we have been there to help people grow and learn their skills, and to help them find a way to get their businesses started and growing, because not everybody has access to opportunities to practice. Not everybody has access to opportunities to use your skill set, and not everybody has access to psychic fairs and to becoming a vendor at those. And if you're new at it, you feel like, I don't qualify yet because I haven't had the time to practice. Well, again, those things we help take care of. We help to show you how to get from A to B to C all the way to Z. So even if you're not in our area, if you're thinking about doing that and you'd like to consult, having us as consulting with you to starting your own psychic fair, your own, how to network in your organizations, your local organizations, things like that, that's what we're good for too. So there you go.
And I put on the Tuesday night class for those of you who want to practice and want to get some practice in. Come join us, because everybody is at different levels. It doesn't matter if they've been doing it for 40 years, which we have somebody who's 40 years plus. And I've been doing it for a year and a few months. My brother started in, and so he's probably been there 4 to 6 months. So we're all at different levels, and we're all learning from each other, because we still, even the person who's been with us, or who's been practicing 40 plus years, they're still learning new things. So you never stop learning.
And the other thing is that if you start getting into anything that's extracurricular, any kind of extracurricular activity, such as bowling or skiing or book clubs and all these other things, there's always a fee. You're always going to have a fee out there. Guess what? Our class on Tuesday night, no fee. For zero amount of money, you have the opportunity to connect across the globe with people who are learning and practicing and growing and communing. And that word is probably the most important word of that bunch, because again, when you are in this field, when you are in the metaphysical realm, you often feel very isolated, because a lot of folks don't even want to talk about this. And then you get together in a room on a Tuesday night in the privacy of your own home via the Zoom link, and you have a communication with other people who are saying and doing the same thing you're doing, and who've had some of the same experiences, and can help you to navigate the waters of having to work with this. And all of a sudden now you feel like, I'm not alone. I'm not a one-off. I'm not a strange person. There are, well, you are, because we're all strange people.
We're all strange, yeah.
So welcome into the strange world. And
Yes.
But wear it as a proud honor. It's like, I am strange and I get paid for it.
I love that one. Have you made a t-shirt yet?
Absolutely. I need to do one. So yeah, keep that in mind, folks. If you're ever curious, if you ever want to join the group, send me an email. The email is like right here again, and I will add you to our group link. You can come anytime you want. If you don't want to go that Tuesday, don't go. If you want to go, it's the same link every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. and it runs for 2 hours. So there you go.
And just so you know, so you can calculate, it is just after 11 a.m. our time. So whatever time you have on your clock at home, just realize that, and it would start 7 hours from now if it was Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday, 7 hour difference, or 7 hours later. Okay. All right. I know. Sorry, we went off on our whatchamacallit. Is it your turn? Yeah, it's your turn. That was I think we were just finishing. Kushbu, who did we go after that? Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Is there somebody? Hmm?
I think she
What?
was last year.
Yeah, she was.
Hmm.
So whomever you choose.
Who is bouncing out at me? I don't know. I don't know. Brittany, are you here?
Brittany.
Brittany, are you here? I'm being told Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany, let me look at this. Is there a Brittany in here? Is there?
There was one.
Okay.
I'm trying to look through my list too. There she is. Kittle.
Oh,
Brittany Kittle.
Okay. Oh, Brittany Kittle. Okay, that's interesting. I was hearing Brittany. I didn't know it would be Kittle because I kept seeing cookies and my cousin's bakery, and I'm thinking Brittany cookies because of Christmas cookies. Oh my God, my cousins are doing. Their bakery is slammed for the holiday cookies and holiday cakes and things that are coming through. So, yeah, so that's kind of in my head. If you are in Burston Mills, West Virginia, make sure you go to M&M Bake Shop because their breads are phenomenal and their goodies are wonderful. So go to M&M Bake Shop. So, and let Debbie or Norman know I sent you. Let's see, Brittany.
Oh, I live close to her bakery.
Yeah, she's over there on Hazelton Road, off of 68. And that's the bake shop is down us. You just will stumble across it if you don't know where you go again, because it's not on the main road. So but she has a great following because she has such amazing good food. So people love, people find their way there. It's that good.
Wow.
So
pulls them in. No. We don't do scammers. Sorry. No, sorry. No sorriness. Scammers go away.
Is that a paper airplane? Is that a paper airplane?
Yeah, that's a paper airplane. There go.
Exactly. Brittany, let's see, Brittany, it's interesting. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Afia.
Yes, absolutely. Brittany, I was just told, let's make it not number 3. Let's make it not number 3. Brittany, there's somebody around you who is a bit depressed and the holiday season is wearing on them. And I'm being told you've already had 2 losses by 2 young people lost already this year. Was it late last year and into this year? No, I'm being told it was this year. You had two young people lost this year, and let's not make it 3. Again, I'm being told let's not make it 3. So did you see the glitch? I just saw that. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah. So and that's the confirmation right there, in my opinion, because it was like the thing is like, yeah, and so so Brittany, there's somebody who is in a very, they're just in a funk, and it's not a good funk. It's a spiraling funk. Please be careful to make sure that if you come across them, and again, they're in your circle already, is what I'm told, and make sure that you reach out to them and make sure that you are connecting with them on a basis so where they know they're not alone and that they are loved and they are cherished, because we don't want them doing the same thing that the other 2 young folks have done. We don't need a third. We need them to be on this side. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. But there was some other young person too, Brittany. It wasn't just him. I'm being told there was 2 young men, and they were like buddies or friends or whatever. I'm being told there was a second young man who also passed, again, either earlier in the year or late last year. So I don't know what Brooke means. Is Brooke the one?
Is Brooke your sister's name?
I don't know. There was 2 people, 2 young people who passed, and I thought it was like, yeah. Anyway, we don't need a third. So again, show love, show care, show compassion. No, she died this year. She died.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether it was okay, good. And then he, and now, okay, yeah. So let's, yeah. And Brittany, you have. So I'm being shown. Jason is probably the other, my friend's brother. Yes, the friend's brother, because again, the two boys. I saw the two boys. Yeah. So that's the boys, because I saw the two boys, and they're both about the same age. And yes, crazy, yeah. So let's not make it a third, please. Let's be cognizant of that. Also, Brittany, they're showing me a sister and brothers. Do you have just one sister, but you have some brothers? Because I'm being shown a larger family. So I don't think it's just you and a sister. I think it's there are there brothers there too, because I'm being shown brothers, and the brothers are the thing that's coming to my attention. So again, it's a brother thing. Are you spending time
Not
with
just Jason's, not just your friend's brother, but your brothers, right?
my niece and nephew Alex soon? But no, do you? So do you? But do you have a brother or brothers, Brittany? Because I'm getting. No, I understand. I'm talking about you again. It's you and a sister, I know. But do you have brothers? Because for some reason I'm being shown brothers, and that's again, that's like an alarm for me, of a directional alarm. So are you and your sister the only two, or do you have brothers as well? Are they a full brother, half brother? No, I only have a sister. I do have a son. Okay, yeah, this isn't a son. There's somebody who is very much like a brother to you guys. Somebody that both of you consider so close that they're kind of like a brother, and that's the one I'm kind of worried about. Um, Pain, pain. Where's the name Pain come through? Where's Pain? Payne. Payne. Does a pain? Is there? Where does Pain? Where does the name Pain come in?
Is that a last name?
You
or
know a
first name?
Pain? Piles.
Piles?
It could be Piles. It could be Piles. Pain Piles. That would be a last name, though. Piles is a last name. So is it Chris Piles? Is that Chris's name was Piles?
I love the hesitations. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I know it's probably not the most fun to watch. Yes, Chris
It's Chris
Piles.
Piles.
Okay. Yeah. Reach out to him. Stay connected to him this year, okay? Lord, I thought we got rid of this Joker.
Oh, I thought I did. It's not coming through mine. Is it coming through yours?
From yours to mine.
It's yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Sorry, folks. I need to go take care of a little house cleaning. Anyway, reach out to Chris. Make sure Chris is okay. Make sure Chris is doing fine. Okay. Make sure that Chris is good, because this is a Chris kind of energy. Okay.
Okay. And of course, Jason too. And
and then anybody else too, by the way.
yeah, anybody who's suffering from the losses of the other ones. They've held back their grieving process too much. Oh, and all of a sudden I'm getting solar plex constriction for you. It's like your gut is tied up in knots. It's not your gut per se. It's not in your abdomen. It is in your solar plex chakra. It was fine, but I think you're doubting yourself now. Don't doubt yourself. You are strong. Yeah, I'm hearing that you need to reach out with your energy just to, okay. Unconditional love is an energy. You need to reach out with unconditional love. You need some for yourself because your heart chakra is not warm enough, but reach out with unconditional love to these people. I mean, reach out verbally and physically to them as well. But every time you think of them, shoot them some unconditional love. And you can think of, I'm sending you unconditional love. I'm sending you universal love. I'm sending you divine love. I mean, all the different positive, unconditional love you can think of, send it out to them. You have access to it all. And remember, love is infinite. It is an energy, it is a power, but it never runs out. It's always there. You can think of the grass. If you like grass, if you like trees, that's all love. I mean, the outdoors is love. And right now, if you were in West Virginia, you might not want to go outside all that much, but just to look outside, look at the snow if you love it. Some people don't unless they've been living there. But yes, definitely send everybody the love you're feeling for your surroundings, your gratitudes. When you write down the 3 things you're grateful for, then think of what you're grateful for and think of love. I am love, again, will work for you as well. And it's not just to reduce headaches, but if you know in yourself that you are love, I am love, you are invincible. Okay? That is the biggest, strongest power and energy in this world, in this universe. So utilize it. Oh, good. I'm glad that makes sense for you. Okay. All right. And let us know how things go, because I know it's going to be really tough this Christmas, but don't think of it as being tough. Think of it as you're going to help them make it through. You and your family are going to make it through and fly with flying colors and be so much stronger next year because of it. Okay, Brittany. Thank you. Whew. But she has a lot of good energy. I liked her energy.
Oh, she does. She does.
So I'm glad you
Yep.
did that. Yeah. Oh, here I got some. Tamara Matkovich. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But hello, can I expect some changes in my career next year? Oops. Yeah. Well, Don, what do you think of Tamara?
Tamara. I love the name, by the way, Tamara.
Yeah. The last name reminds me of the Czech Republic. Kubic. Are you getting?
I'm Tamara. I don't think this is I don't think this year coming is going to be a good year for change. I think this is a stabilizing year. There's something about consistency. I'm being told to be consistent this year. I think you've had a lot of changes already, and I think part of them you instituted, but I'm also feeling there was some things that are beyond your control that put things into motion. But I don't think I don't think this coming year is going to be a good year for change for you. I don't get that impression at all. I feel it's kind of a healing year, a year of understanding, maybe of learning, of understanding learning and understanding some of what getting a better understanding of you, I guess, is the thing, and understanding yourself better. Because I think that I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready to move yet, because if you move, it's kind of like I'm being sent the signal that if you move, you're and not be prepared and not be ready, you're going to misstep. And it may be a step backwards. And I just don't think that this is a jumping off point yet. I think you have a healing time. You have a time of learning, growing, and healing in front of you. And I think that this has to be a stabilizing time, a time where you feel like where you can take the opportunity to really understand yourself, to really understand some things that need to be worked on. You have some psychological issues that are really challenging you, have really challenged you this year. And if anything else, you're going to carry. You can't continue to carry that with you, and yet you haven't let it go. And so it's like my song "Let It Go, Let It Go." I say it. I love that song. I used to sing it all the time. But But I don't think so. I think this is going to be more of a stabilizing year, more of a growing, learning, and understanding year, more of a year of appreciating what you have and the gifts that you've been given. To me, that is more significant this year than a new job. I don't think a new job is going to be in the cards for you. I don't think a new job that's going to help you along is going to be in the cards for you. You may take another job, but I just don't think it's going to be, it's not going to be a growth opportunity. If anything else, it's going to be just more of the same. And that is not good for you because, again, you need to first overcome some of the demons you're fighting. And those demons have to be put to rest. And until you put them to rest, the jobs just aren't there. Sorry to give you bad news. Usually I don't like giving it, but I don't. At the same time, you asked. So there you go.
And I get a lot of great energy on my back. And basically what that is telling me is that energy and entities from your past lives are there to help you get through this. But it's exactly what Don said when I heard when he started talking about the only work that needs to be done is you need to work on you. So that's the change you need to make, is work on you first. You're in a, he says, learning, you're in a God's area of preparation, a gap time where you need to prepare yourself for what's coming next. You have to let go of your demons, let go of your problems, let go of other people's problems. They're not yours. I feel some weight on your shoulders, which means you've taken on other people's stuff, but most of it is yours. There's a little bit of turmoil in your heart chakra, blockages in your solar plexus, which means your intuition isn't working like it should. So let's see. And let's see. I was trying to find out when is full moon. December. Okay. December 26th at 7:33 p.m. our time is the full moon. And Don, could you explain to us what we need to do on the full moon?
Well, it's easy. It's a very quick and easy process. It will not take long. But what you should do in advance of the full moon is start putting into your mind the things that you need jettisoned from your life. The most important part about this exercise is what you need to remove from your life. So start thinking about things that need to be removed. And when the full moon comes along, you're going to take a piece of paper, fold it in half, tear it in half, of course. One side, the things that you want in your life, the other side, things you want out of your life. The things you want out of your life side is what I'm going to focus on right now. And that is write down each of them. You're going to fold it up in long ways like this so it burns easier. And you'll see why when you try it, you'll see why it works better that way than just a small piece. And you want some time as you burn it. That's why it's long. And then you're going to take it outside in the full moon, and you're going to do the full moon ritual, burn it. And as you light it on fire, you repeat, with this full moon and the smoke goes, and you would list the first item. With this full moon and the smoke, again, the smoke from the fire goes, and each of those items as it burns, and again, with each item, with this full moon and the smoke goes, and make sure that you expel those things from your life. Once it is burnt down, if you have it in a container, if you've done it someplace where it's not in the ground or on the ground, make sure you take those ashes and put them on the ground and let them get back into Mother Nature. You sent the smoke out to the universe to cleanse it. You're sending that negative energy in that paper down into the earth so the earth can then cleanse it and use it again as well. And by doing that, you're expelling from your life the negative things that are holding you back, the negative things that you want gone, therefore opening up the possibility for the positive things. And so that's your full moon ritual in a nutshell. Very quick, easy to be do. It only takes about 5 minutes at most, even because the most of the time is spent writing. But if you do the thinking in advance and the preparation, when you get to writing, you'll easily fly through what is this. And you can even keep that. You can even start creating that list and every day add to it if you want, up until the day of the full moon, however you're comfortable with. But the most important thing is, as you burn it, you repeat each of those line items. So make sure you've learned them before you set it on fire, because grabbing a burning piece of paper to look at it is not a wise move. So I've been told.
And he said to fold it lengthwise so it's easier to burn, but make sure you fold it away from you when you fold it lengthwise, because if you're folding it away from you, that means you don't want it. If you fold something towards you, like the things you want to come into your life, you fold those towards you. Okay, so that's the difference between what you don't want and what you do want.
Absolutely.
Right, Don? That's
yes,
what.
ma'am.
Okay, so hopefully that helps, because this is all about you. You need to prepare yourself for what you want later. You can try and manifest things to come in, but until you release all of these burdens, all these negativities, the universe will hold what you want back until there's room for these to come in. Okay, it's not a negative thing. It's just you need to make room for what you really truly want and create your own heaven on earth. Okay. Is there something we do with candle also? Lima would like to know.
What's the question again?
She wants to know what we do with during a full moon with a candle.
What we do with a candle?
Yeah.
Because
when you burn it, are you using a candle to burn it? I use a match, and
yep.
when I burn it,
whatever will let it on fire. There's no requirement for one or the other. And I don't have a candle procedure, so I don't know if somebody else has a candle procedure. That might be what you're talking about, but I don't have a candle procedure. Mine is merely the paper procedure.
And on the candle, Lalima, refer to Susan's book, and you'll get the information what you need for the candle. Speaking of Susan's book, there it goes. For those of you who do not have Susan's book and want to also buy Christmas gifts, that's a great Christmas gift. Okay, so thought I'd throw that out. Don has not finished his Christmas gift yet, so his book yet. So until he does, but we're ready. When he does, we're going to be promoting it quite a bit. Right, Don?
Yes, indeed. I hope so. And it's yeah. And the funny part is it's all on me. I haven't gotten back to getting what I need to get it done. I have to rewrite it to a good degree because I wrote it in third person, and now I'm trying to write it in first person. So, oh Lord.
But
anyway.
I'm glad you still have the textbook version still, because
yes, I'm keeping the textbook version.
I want to read that one. I want to read both, but I like the textbook because I was having fun reading that one. Anyway, let's see. And you chose, no, that was Samara. So who would you like next?
Let me see. I don't even know who's here now. Who haven't we lost yet? If you're in the room, let us know. Because
that's a good question.
People, and I'd hate to call somebody's name again and them not being here. So if you're in the room still, please let me know. Let yourself be known, so that we can at least consider you to give you a quick reading.
Hey, Neeson's here. Rachel McCann's is here. Lalima's here. Ann Swantek is here. Afia's here. And Afia's been with us all day. Liz.
I know Afia was the very first person in.
Yeah.
But I have not read yet for Ann Swantek. So let's do Ann. I've not read for her before.
Okay, hold on. I had her here a second ago, but then there she is. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Oops.
And then Sharon, before I move back to Ann, Sharon Null, let it go and move on. Let it go and move on is what I've been told for you. So I'm not even delving into that yet. That just let it go and move on. That's for Sharon. Sharon, no, you needed to hear that. Let me see for Ann. Let's see.
Well, congratulations, Rebecca. I'm glad you work for the bake shop. That's beautiful.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, Rebecca. well, I'm one of your biggest fans, and I give you lots of kudos online, as you probably have already heard today. It is a great. You guys make some great stuff. I'm telling you. So,
Too bad you don't ship.
Rebecca's not a cousin.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go. What am I getting for Ann? What am I getting for Ann? You're a cousin? Well, you're like a second or third cousin in because, yeah, I am you're cousin to them probably. So because for me, yeah, a first cousin. I don't think I have a Rebecca Tasker as a first cousin. I have a big family though, from both sides. My mom's side was like 10 or 11 kids, and my dad's side was 6. So there's lots of kids on both sides, lots of kids and cousins from the third cousin. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be in West Virginia visiting family and be in places and have sitting across from my family members, not knowing they're even my family members, because it's like, we just, I've been gone for so long, and I know, of course, the first cousins and some of the seconds, but not many. I must admit, that's not good. But so you must be related to Aunt Eloise. Aunt Eloise, by the way, is my dear sweet aunt, who is the mother of the owner of the bakery, and she is 94 years old. She'll be 94, 95 January 1, and and she's just as sweet as can be. I always adore going to visit her. Last time I was in Maryland, I went to West Virginia to visit Aunt Eloise, and every time I go in, she sits in a chair. She has her own little chair. And so if she's not cooking or she's not cleaning, because even at that age, she likes to stay busy. So sometimes she's chopping tomatoes, or sometimes if it's seasons where they're ready to pickle or can, she's busy cutting up veggies and getting them canned and stuff like that. She likes making buckwheat cakes. Again, this is West Virginia, so she loves making buckwheat cake breakfasts. And Debbie says hello. Hey, tell Debbie we said hi too. So my Aunt Eloise loves making buckwheat cake breakfasts, and she loves having tons of people come for buckwheat cakes. And the last time I was in, I was supposed to get there for buckwheat cake breakfast, and I ran a little bit late. And so I got there, which is not, as Julie knows, is not unusual for me. So I missed the buckwheat cakes, but I just enjoyed. But every time I go in and I'll walk in and I'll sit down and I say, "Hey, Aunt Eloise," and I go up and give her a hug, and then I sit down, and she grabs my beard. She says, "Oh, Donnie," and she always grabs my beard, and it's like I will miss the day when she doesn't grab my beard anymore, because and she's the only one allowed to do that, by the way. So if you ever see me, if you see me in public, don't be grabbing my beard, because ain't nobody can do that but my Aunt Eloise. She's the one person who gets away with the beard grabbing. She's such a sweetheart. When we were kids, her and my uncle owned a farm, a smaller farm, and in a house, and then they moved to a big farm. We used to call it the bigger farm. And on the big farm, they had a 2-story old house, and it was just a beautiful farmhouse. And then they had the milking parlor, because they had about, I think it was 250 head of cattle, and they milked them. And when you have a milking parlor, when you have a working farm, folks, it is not an easy life. It is, and people have no concept of what it takes to run a farm. Most people don't, because again, it is far more intense than you can imagine. It doesn't. Your day starts at 3 because you have to get down to the milking parlor. You have to get ready. The cows then line up. The cows come through. You give them feed. You wash them. You put At one point, they did the hand. And I remember my Aunt Eloise actually using her hands to milk those cows at one point. And my Aunt Virginia, the same thing. My Aunt Virginia had these strong, powerful hands. Goes. Sit there on that little stool and just milk away and push her head into the cow's, the cow's leg, and where the leg meets the lower part of the cow. And that's how, and the cow would just sit there and be letting her do it. Anyway, so you would milk the cow, you clean the cow, milk the cow. It's being fed while you're doing it. Then they go out and they have their day out. But then once they're gone, you have to clean the parlor, you have to sterilize the parlor, you have to then get ready and go out in the field and do the hay or do whatever. I mean, it's a lot of work. It is a ton of work for the amount of money they make. And so my Aunt Eloise ran that farm, with my uncle. She kept the house in order. She had the garden out front, and so we used to go spend. We would go spend some parts of the summer up on the farm, and we would go. And the kids, we would go in and out of the grain barns. There was a grain barn that had the different grains, and then there was the big hay barn, and then there was the corn barn. And the corn barn had like two big, mesh kind of things on each side, and the equipment set in the middle. And in those mesh things were these columns of corn, and it was field corn because, again, it's the corn that is later in the season, so it's dry corn. And we used to have such a good time at her house, and oh man, it was such fun. The sad part is she and my uncle sold the farm because they were getting up there in years, and they had still had a smaller farm on the other side of the street. So they moved over there. They built the house, moved over there. And 6 months later, after they moved out of the house and sold it, I think it was about 6 months, a tornado came through and took out the house.
Ooh.
And so I guess thank goodness she wasn't in there, because she probably would have been there again. When you have a milk farm, you're married to the farm. You don't travel. You don't have, you can't do much because you have to be there. And so, yeah, she actually, they were about 6 months out of the house, and a tornado came through and took the house out. And so every time when I go back and I see it, and there's the big old manure container that, the big massive thing of manure containing thing that's set below the barn. It did not get affected. And that milking parlor did not get affected, but the house behind is just gone. And when I see it, it's kind of sad, because it's like but my father played country music, and he played in some country music. My Uncle Ivan played in some country music. And we'd go to my Aunt Eloine's, and she would have a bonfire, and we'd all sit around, and my relatives would all be playing either guitar or banjo or mandolin or something and singing along. And we would make all this. We had the food and and the food would be going. And my uncle, one of the cows was on the Barbie or whatever you want to call it. It was just it was such a great time, a great experience in life to have that opportunity, especially for me, because I was from the city. I was from Baltimore. And so for me, that life was so distant from what a city kid would know. And so when I would go there, I just found it fascinating. For everybody else, it was just, that's life. But for me, it was such a different kind of life. And it was a lot of fun. So that's Aunt Eloise. And Aunt Eloise to this day is still with us, and she's still a sweetheart. And I adore her completely. And her sister, her sister, who is the second oldest. My aunt is the oldest. The sister's still alive too, Aunt Virginia. But my father has passed. He passed about 5 years ago. And so, it's interesting how the three younger ones had already passed and the older ones are still there. And sorry, Ann, I didn't mean to get off on that topic, but I just felt that.
No,
So Rebecca, Halloween, I said hello as well, please. And Debbie and Norma. So let's see what we got for Ann. What do we have for Ann? I'm getting I'm getting really hot. Ann, are you on the, I just feel a lot of heat, a lot of, I feel like you're under a lot of pressure right now. ITOK, I have no idea what that means. It is okay? Okay, that's what it means, okay. I say ITOK, I don't know. Anyway, but I do feel a lot of heat, which tells me a lot of pressure. I feel like you're under scrutiny, or you're under, you're kind of under, oh, damn it, please, give me a break.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't, it will bend you, but it will not break you. Let me make that clear. It will bend you, but it will not break you. You've got this. And there is going to be a reckoning. It's going to be a reckoning. No, a reckoning. It's going to be a reckoning about whatever this is. But have faith and know that this is going to work out to your advantage eventually. But stay strong. And again, bend, but don't break. And don't let anything shake. And no matter what, and as you work through this, own your power. because again, that's the thing is when you have your power, when the power is in you, you feel this heat, you feel this determination, you feel this strength, and that's what generates the heat. So make sure that you don't let anybody steal your power, no one steal your joy, no one steal your thunder. Do not let any of those people take away from you, okay? Because that is really what I'm getting. There's Ward Venderplatz again. I just remember we talked about him earlier.
Yeah, but he wasn't here when we tried to read him, so
Yeah, he
he can
popped
wait
out.
a minute.
Anyway, that's what I'm getting at. So stay strong, Ann. You got this. You can handle this. You go through this, but don't be distracted. Don't be deterred, and don't allow anybody to steal your thunder or your joy. Okay, that's the important thing. And talking about family, there's my sister Barbara Ross. And Barb, we were just talking about Halloween and the times we spent on the farm up there. So you just missed that. What you got for Ann, Julie?
What I wrote down a while ago was stand your ground. Okay. You need to build your strength. And what he was talking about is power. Your self-care and your self-love is important. I do feel that you have that your solar plex is warm. That's a good thing. But it's covered in light confusion. So trust yourself. That's why you need to build the self-love, your self-care. It's about you taking care of you right now. But stand your ground. Don't back down. Tom Petty song, and I Won't Back Down. That's a great song for you to listen to. Be who you are authentically. And don't worry about the family. Don't worry about anybody else, but you got to take care of you. And I know we've had this discussion before, but definitely work on your power, your strength, because there's a reckoning, but you're going to be standing. Okay. You can stand me in front of the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Okay. That's Tom Petty's words. And they have created a hell on earth, but you don't have to live there. Okay. You create your own heaven on earth. All right. So I hope that helps, Ann. But strengthen yourself because you're worth it. All right.
And again, it's interesting. It's interesting, Julie, you got that before I even said anything, and you wrote it down, which tells you that my words were just mere confirmations of what it is you were picking up already.
Right.
Wonderful.
And what came in. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and that's what we're here. I mean, we're working on the same wavelength. So that tells you that you're important. It does things. Okay. And let's see. Let's go back to Ward.
Ward, did you leave again, or are you still here?
Ward. Hi, Stephanie O.
Hey, Stephanie O. Good to see you in. Ward,
is Ward gone again?
Okay.
That was too quick.
Ward, can we?
He's just popping around. He's a platform jumper.
Oh no!
There he is. Message about a friend. You don't have anything to do with Rudy, do you? A bald-headed Rudy? Because with the name Vanderplas, he could be European. I don't know.
Rudy. Yeah, Rudy. Do you know a Rudy, like somebody who passed over? A Rudy who passed over. Father, brother, father figure, maybe grandfather. I don't know. Father.
You said uncle too. So.
Uncle.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh. And it was this year. Was it also this year? Because earlier he was in, and he was here. He's quite a gregarious person. He has a very strong personality, and he was in earlier. He's from Europe. I'm guessing you're from Europe. If you, well, you don't have to be from Europe, but he's from Europe, and he's European, He's Western Europe. He's Western Europe. And it's interesting because again, I got some of this feeling of Belgique. Okay, did he speak the German, the German dialect, the German dialect, or because I was getting the kind of the German feel for some reason, and not the French so much.
Ooh, no.
Because Belgium is separated that way, and so
Yeah.
there's part of the country speaks French, and part of them speaks Belgique,
Dutch.
which is more of a. It sounds kind of German to me because I spent so many years in Germany. Anyway, he was here. He was here, Rudy Ward. I mean, Rudy. No, we speak Dutch, which is what I meant. I'm sorry. When you,
Yeah.
Deutsch, and which is but the Dutch.
Dutch.
Anyway, so yes, so that was him. Okay, that was good. Okay, yeah, but he came in. He came in, and it's funny because, if I'm not mistaken, I was drawn to you soon after that, and when Susan asked who to go to, and you weren't here at that point. So again, Rudy was directing to me. Anyway, say what?
I said I'm Julie, but that's okay.
Oh, I did it again. I am so sorry. Lord have mercy.
Okay, it's okay.
For those of you who don't
I
know,
just think
Julie,
it's funny.
Susan, and I spend a lot of time together, and so it's like it's a unit, and so we often it's crazy. So when I speak about Susan with Julie or Julie about Susan, it's the same. So so anyway, but yeah, Ward, he was here. He was here, and he just wanted to let you know that he wanted to. And this is the thing is he feels that you are depressed, and he feels that you have been in an isolated kind of depression, and you've not been able to shake it, and he's worried about you, and he's like, you have it in you to use some of the manifesting and some of the affirmations and things to help try to work yourself through this. But he's worried about you because, again, this is the holiday time of year, and he really feels like you're in a very a darker space right now, and he wants you to make sure that you take care of yourself mentally as well as physically. Okay. Because again, he just feels that you're in. He wants me to reiterate to you that you are blessed and that you are loved and you are not alone. And so don't feed into the kind of darker side of depression and of that cycle and that circle, that hole, that well that you can fall into. He wants you to avoid that. Okay. So this year, try so hard. Do what I said earlier when you may not have been here for that. And that is every morning when you wake up, say three things you're grateful for. Just three. Just find three. And not the same ones every day if you can. And believe me, you can always find far more than three. Even in your worst moments, darkest moments, you can find three things to be grateful for. Start your day that way. And then maybe that will help build momentum on having a more positive day. But most importantly, know that you're not alone. You are loved. He's there with you, and that he'll walk with you through this. You have support, okay. And when you need him, just call on him. He'll come. And don't be surprised if you smell that. You have the smell, because he says you can smell him. Apparently he must have worn something or had something about him that you knew what that smell was. And so when he's there, you'll know that because you'll smell him, which sounds kind of strange when you say it that way. But I think the scent. How about the scent, not the smell? The scent. Okay.
There you go.
That's what I'm getting for Ward. What do you got, Julie?
Oh, wow. I was just fascinated that Rudy was Ward's, and I think that's probably why I got so frustrated with you, is because he knew Ward was busy. It's hard to let go. Don't forget, remember the lessons, remember the positivity. In spirit with his mother and father. Is he in spirit with it? Yes. You've got a large family around you. Whether you feel them or not, they are there. But he's the only one who got through. There's something about him that you would believe more than the others. I don't know what it is. And maybe it is the scent of him.
And I think this is, isn't this the first year of Christmas without him being around? Because again, I think he's more recently passed. He's not somebody who passed. I get the feeling he's not somebody who passed years ago.
You said it was. He said it was. Yes, it was this year.
Okay.
He did answer that. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe that's why he's here again, because this is his first without him.
And I'm hearing that you need to celebrate. I
Yes.
know it's counterintuitive to celebrate, but remember, they are happy. They are fine. You're here. And it's not like they left you behind. They haven't forsaken you. They are here with you. And so they want you to celebrate. And in your gut right now, I'm feeling there's a war that you shouldn't be celebrating, but you should celebrate every thought you have of them, every remembrance. That part of the family, but my mother's side, I don't want to be that connected with them. And whether you have to celebrate with one side of the family and be quiet with the other, that's your choice. But the one side of the family that wants to celebrate them, celebrate with them and be a part of it. I mean, your mind, body, and soul, be there, be present, be in the moment, and be celebration. Just be a single celebrator if that's what it takes, but celebrate their lives, because it's really important now that for you personally and for them, because they don't want you down this rabbit hole. They want you to see the light, get up out of the hole that you've dug, forgive yourself, and you didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to put this up because it's one of the ones I like a lot. This is forgiveness. I'm going to have to pull the other stuff out. Okay, forgive yourself for not knowing better at the time. Forgive yourself for giving away your power. Forgive yourself for past behaviors. Forgive yourself for the survival patterns and traits you picked up while surviving trauma. Forgive yourself for who you needed to be. Okay. And I know this, why am I forgiving myself when I'm dealing with loss? But in order to let go of things, you need to forgive yourself. You need a lot of unconditional self-love as well. But forgiveness is one of the keys, because if you don't forgive, then you're holding on to the negativity and you're putting yourself in your personal prison. So that's why you need to forgive. And like I said, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just what the circumstances were, how you reacted to them. Yes, you have to grieve in your own way. But if you really think about how they're doing, the people you've lost or the people who've passed, how they're doing, they're having a great old time. And they want you to realize that. They want you to embrace the fact that they're happy and that you need to be happy too. Don't die with them. Okay. They don't want that. They want to see you live, because when you live your life to the fullest, it makes them even happier. Okay. And you're raising your vibration so they can come and visit and be a part of your life again. Not physically, just spiritually. I hope that helps. Okay. Where we at? Okay. All right. Let's see. You're next, Don. You get to choose next.
Okay.
I kind of spin the wheel and whoever I got. You're welcome, Lord. And I hope that helps. And please let us know how you do. And don't forget to subscribe to Don's platforms too, because It's always good to see him too. And we want everybody to join our community through these live chats.
Gladys Trotter, my dear, I'm gonna draw a card, but my energy was not good for that. I don't see that.
Okay, I gotta find her.
Happening. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Sorry. It'll happen soon after, but not for Christmas. I don't see that happening. Sorry. Do you get anything, Julie?
As soon as I saw the question, I heard no, not this year.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. We haven't read Rebecca, even though we talked to Rebecca, right? We talked to Rebecca, or you talked to her and told stories, but so what does Rebecca need to know?
Good question. Let's see.
Water.
Rebecca. Rebecca, are you still here? Rebecca, are you still here? Rebecca. Rebecca, are you still here?
She says, I need to know anything you can tell me.
Okay. Sorry, Rebecca, the system can be slow sometimes. So when we ask a question, it takes sometimes a while for it to to bounce back at us. So Rebecca, do you have? I don't know. I'm good. Do you? I'm. Geez, wow, yeah. Do you have kid? You have two kids? Do you have two children? And is one a boy? Again, do you have children and is one of them a boy? Brian, you may think Brian, you may think we are a satanic cult for what we're doing. Some people do. So I don't know. Anyway, Rebecca. Anyway, I'm being drawn to two kids with her, two children, one boy specific. So I know she has at least one. There's a boy, and again, I think it's her kids. Rebecca. Anyway, just trying to figure this out. I think we lost her. Maybe she went through maybe she was on the phone and hit a dead cell or something. I don't know. I have like a dark place in my beard there.
Just there, so
yeah.
I hope she's okay. Maybe she got busy at the. Are they working today at the shop, or is it closed already?
Oh no, they would probably be open still.
Okay.
Rebecca, reach out to me at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. Reach out to me by emailing me at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and I'll do a follow up reading for this because I definitely need to. There's some questions here the questions that I have to get into, and it would take us forever back and forth, and it would bore everybody to tears. But I'm getting energy around again a son or a young male who is in your world right now. And when I say young, I'm talking very young, as in childlike, not as in young adult. Oh, you're still here.
She's back.
Okay, but do you have children? And again, is one of them a boy? And again, we're talking younger children, not adult children. Do 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 do. Anyway, Rebecca, yeah, send me because this is going to take forever. Send me an email at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. Again, advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, or message me through Facebook since you're already on Facebook. Message me, and once you message me, we can set up a time and we'll do a reading. I'll do a free. A longer reading on this because there's something there that's coming through, but I really need to work it through with questions. Okay. So, Debbie Groves is here. She says, yes, grandson. Okay. So, okay. Grandson, she lost you. Okay. But she didn't lose a grandson, right? She lost me the connection wise. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Spirit's trying to give me some information about the grandson. So, again, Debbie, have her reach out to me, message me through Facebook when she's back on, and we can arrange a time and I'll do a private reading for her for free, and we'll go through this because this is something again that's going to take a lot of back and forth. Okay, so yeah, thank goodness, yeah, he's not lost. Good, okay, yeah. So have her message me.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
We are a little after 12 and not quite 2 hours. Unfortunately, I have some place to go. We can do one more reading. So, Anita has a quick question on, I'm new here. How long have you guys been practicing your spiritual abilities? So I'll let you answer that one.
Since Christ was a corporal. A long, long time. To be irreverent. Sorry, folks, if you're insulted by that. Oh, well, that's me. It's been a while. It's been a minute, as they say.
And I knew an O'Bannon when I worked at Macy's Credit Customer Service, but that's beside the point. Brian, I understand you're here. As far as if your family is in danger, that's something you have to get with your guides on. It's something that if you accept the negativity from that then, or from these people, if you accept what they're telling you, then you are the one causing the problems. Don't accept energy or anything from anyone else. Be strong for yourself, be strong for your family. I mean, you call your power back and you can fight anything negative, you can handle it. You just got to find out how and why and what works for you. Okay. Hope that helps. And yeah, spiritual stuff. I haven't been doing it as long as, Dawn, but every day, anybody, we're all psychic to one degree or another. We're all part of this. So practicing, years ago, things would come to me and I would say them, and I found out later that was part of it. So, Kay Neeson loved the family. Dang. Somebody's got a lot of problems. Yeah, Brian, release the negativity because it's really bothering you. It's messed up and you got a lot of pain in your head, and it's also from a past life. So you need to let go of all of this and cleanse yourself. Forgive, cleanse, and love yourself. Where there's love, there can't be fear. Where there's love, there can't be anger. And where there's love, there can't be hate. So change everything to love and you'll be fine. Oh, sorry. It's coming in hard and heavy. Choices, Brian, choices. You choose it, it's going to haunt you. If you don't choose it, you give it back, give them back their energy, you'll be fine. I don't mean to make that simple, but right now, that's the best I can do for you guys.
But sometimes that's straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what is it about simple is the solution or something about make it simple? Or if there's a question, the simplest way is the right way. That's what I was trying to get to. Mm-hmm. So anything else? Because I need to get going soon. And yeah.
And Rebecca, back to Rebecca. Rebecca, I'm being told Clayton. Clayton's the name of the boy. Again, I'm getting the two kids, boy, girl, both young. Clayton. Let me know if Clayton rings a bell with you, because Clayton is the name that's popping in my head. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom.
I just put that in there, Clayton, Rebecca, so in case I do.
Okay. Yep. Anyway, so yeah, no, if you got to go, Julie, let's bring this to an end, and
okay.
We appreciate everybody. You're welcome, Kay. Love the nostalgic family history, Don. I appreciate you guys listening. Sometimes it's boring to hear somebody else talk, but it's one of those things. Is Rudy still here? No, I sent Rudy away as soon as we're done, because Rudy was, I don't mean to, and please don't be insulted, Ward. But Rudy was a bit obnoxious when he was here, and he pissed me off earlier because I had to put him in his place, and Emily, which is my gatekeeper, had to kind of put him in his place because he was a bit ridiculous and a bit obnoxious, and he caught me off. He actually caught me off guard, and I don't know if you all remember that when I was like,
yes.
What? It's like, dude, there's sometimes where the spirits they're here and they're friendly and he was not. It's not that he wasn't friendly. Don't get me wrong, but they're respectful. And there are other times the spirits they come from a different, sometimes they ain't got no home training. They ain't got no home training. And Rudy was not having home training. He didn't have spirit training or something, because he was being obnoxious and rude, and he was being a bit aggressive and wanting to constantly push in. And at one point he did push in, and it was like, no, dude, you cannot do that. And Emily had to be the little school mouse that she is, that little church lady, because she's a little. Emily is my gatekeeper, by the way. Anybody who, if you don't know me, Emily is my gatekeeper. She keeps all the spirits around me in place and in line. And Emily does not let something come in unless I let it come in, or if I give her the permission to do so. And when I need somebody to smack a spirit upside the head, metaphorically speaking, no violence here, Emily will go put him in line. And she is like, again, the school marm. She's the very church lady, and she'll come, and she's sweet and she's small. If you ever could see, I would love to find, she's like my grandma Rumer, actually. When I see her, I visualize that same small build as my grandma Rumer, but her face is not like my grandmother Rumer's. Hers is more of a little bit more rounder and more jubilant and more, but she does give this kind of great energy. But when I need Emily to put him in place, Emily does it. And when you are in a situation where you feel overwhelmed, call on your gatekeeper and your spirit guides and do the same thing. Even though you may not have a connection as I have with mine, you still have them, and they're there. And so if you feel like you're overwhelmed in energy, say, hey, gatekeeper, just call them gatekeeper. You don't have to know their names. I didn't know Emily's for years. But when you're in that situation and you feel overwhelmed, say, hey, gatekeeper, help me, take this off of me. Take this off of me, and let her or him or it, because again, our arrogance tells us it has to be male or female. No, it can be an entity. It can be an energy, but let them take because that's what they're there for. They do that job. They take the pressure off. Let them have it, So bless yourself. Bless yourself if you use them and reach out to them, because I tell you, they are there for that purpose. And that's why they're here in this lifetime. Your gatekeeper will be with you from birth to death. They will never change. Mm-hmm. your spirit guides change based on your needs, your wants, and the things in which they can do for you or you do for them. They will change over a lifetime. The spirits that are around you are family related and friend related. They stay with you, but they come in and out only when you need them. But your gatekeeper is born with you. They go out with you. They are there for your lifetime. And they're the ones that, again, control that access for any spiritual energy between them and you. Okay, so get to understanding that process. And when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like I can't handle anything else right now, talk to your gatekeeper and say, gatekeeper, speak out like I'm speaking to you. Speak out and say, gatekeeper, I need you to take this away from me for now. I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with this for now. And hand it off to the gatekeeper, and she will put that wall up. Okay, because the gatekeeper is very important in your world. And even if you don't know them, again, you don't even believe in them, I'm telling you, you don't have to believe in them. They're there. Whether you use them or not, whether you think you use them or not, you're not there. But I would tell you, if you are working through some things, put them to use. Put them to use. I do not let spirits in my room at night. My gatekeeper keeps them out. Before I started having her do that, they would come in and I'd sometimes wake up and there's a spirit beside me. I'm like, excuse me, I'm in bed. Hello, get out, But Emily do it. Emily keeps them out. Not doing it. Now, there are times where I want them to come in and I'll tell Emily, if they can do this for me, there's times where I'm hitting a problem. If you hit a roadblock, this is the cool thing about gatekeepers. Yeah. You hit a roadblock in your life. You hit something that you can't figure out or you can't get your head around. You say, Emily, send my spirit guides out. Have somebody connect to a spirit out there who can help me analyze this, who can help me work through this, who can help me think through this. If you've read a book on something and that person has passed over, and you're like, I think that they would know how to resolve this. Have their spirit team go out to that person, that energy out there, and ask them if they would come to you. And you can get authors of these books to show up and have conversations with them to work through things. Because again, when they pass over, most energies, most spirits will come back. They want to come back. They want to help from the other side. So don't be afraid of that. Use your gatekeeper, use your spirits, but the gatekeeper is the most important because she or he or it controls the access to you for any of the spirits. And when you want to turn them off, you just say, do it. When I go into a heavy room or when I went to New Orleans, I said, Emily, nothing. There was too much energy there. Turn it off. And I don't want it because we had a party of over 100 people. I did not need to have 100 people and all of their spirits coming at me at one time. So I'm like, Emily, turn it off. And we turned it off. And then every once in a while we turn it on. We turned it on in a spirit room. We turned it on to a seance bar. We turned it on in a few different places and then right back off. Okay. So sorry, Julie, didn't mean to go off on that, but that's important.
No,
that's
I love it. I love it.
And people
like Sharon says, learned a lot by watching it. So if we weren't, everything we say is what someone in the chat needed to hear. So that's why we're telling you these things.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. And thank you guys so much for coming in. Remember the psychic class. We call ourselves the Psychic Squad. It is free, but come join us. We'd love to see you. We have people from all over the world. Lalima's from India. I don't know if her sister's going to come join us, but love to see her as well. I know she has 2 sisters that live with her. No. We don't deal with scammers. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you guys. And we will, tonight, Don and Angie. And tomorrow, are you going to come on tomorrow?
Yeah,
Thursday?
I'll be back. Yes, I'll be there tonight. And then tonight with Angie at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 5 West Coast and 7 East Coast, or 8 East Coast, I guess. Anyway, and then tomorrow morning, I'm back with Shauna. And Shauna and I will be back. And I think I just blocked the wrong person. I hope not. I think I did. So anyway, but yeah, Thursday morning I'll be back again with Shauna. And so if you haven't followed me yet, look for me at Sonorant Mystic Tarot on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. And TikTok.
And TikTok.
He's on TikTok. Yes.
And TikTok.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you guys so much, and we will see you later. All righty.
Adios.
Bye. Let's see which one. Here we go.